Hey there, Rodney. JR here from the Nerd Nighters, responding to Table Talk 24, Evolution of Gaming. I started 20 years ago as a Magic player, and now I don't really play Magic at all anymore, except for cubing, or playing limited formats like Draft or Sealed for pre-releases. I don't get much Magic in at all, but I do play a ton of tabletop games, and even with tabletop games, it's been a big evolution. My gateway was Settlers of Catan, which I played a little less than 3 years ago with friends from Chicago, and I loved it, and I played it a bunch, and I think I moved on and realized that it was high strategy, high variance, I guess, but didn't really give me the kind of meaningful choice that I was interested in. I moved through Ticket to Ride, and through Small World, and through Lords of Waterdeep, and through all of the kind of staple gateway games that we've seen come out in the last 5 years or so, although I guess Ticket to Ride's older than that. I find now that I really enjoy games that are low downtime, high strategy, typically with lots of decisions. I'm a big fan of, say, Sheriff of Nottingham just came out. Sheriff of Nottingham has zero downtime whatsoever, and it's just a game of bluffing and bidding and trading, which is very nice. Well, not bidding, but you know what I mean. I think I'm evolving towards longer, more intricate games, but only if I feel that they're elegant or interesting. I'm becoming much more discerning with the games that I'm a big fan of, and it's interesting because when I first started, I was just like a puppy. I loved everything that I saw. I would, open up the game and play it and enjoy it, and now I'm just much more picky about those things. It's actually funny to sit and think about. The games that I raved about just a year ago are things that never leave my shelf anymore, which is it's just an interesting experience. I guess the part of being a tabletop gamer, though, is this cult of the new aspect drives us towards new games, new products, but I find that I still, I don't know, much more discerning. It's an interesting thing. I also found that when I first started playing games, I loved playing with 4 players, 5 players, 6 players, the maximum number of players for games. And now I much prefer more intimate games. I think 3 players is my favorite, 2, 3, or 4. 4 if they play very quick, simply because I'm not a fan of downtime. And I really like thinking the entire time of what's going to happen and not having to worry about distracting myself while there's nothing to be done. So those have been my evolutions, and especially with content creation, I think that my dollar is harder to get out of my pocket now, because I've done so many videos about Kickstarter. I've thought more critically about what makes a good campaign. I've thought more critically about what makes a good game. I think game design has helped with that. I had a discussion with Joey Vigor and David Cott and some friends during Gen Con, saying that I think game designers buy fewer games than game players do because game designers have more exacting standards, or that they're, I guess, running on a smaller budget because they're game designers. But yeah, those are all the things. I've definitely evolved away from casual Magic player to competitive Magic player, and now to the most casual of players, simply with my friends. And I'm a more competitive game player. I prefer more meaningful choices. I prefer more interesting variants, more so than just a dice roll to determine how things end. I'm much pickier about which games I'll recommend to people. I think much more deeply about what I like about games and why I like them. Yeah, so great table talk, and I appreciate you reaching out to me to do this. Thanks, bud.